the time has arrived for us to stand down and to start giving Gervonta Davis the love and respect that he deserves. This brother is elite. And he said this something, and this is what really stood out to me. You know, you got a lot of guys talking smack, talking junk, going back and forth, and I get that. Not just because they're hyping up the fight, but they got a belief in themselves. Major props to them for that. Gervonta Davis looked him in the face weeks ago, and right in the press conference, he looked at him, he said, "You actually should have waited." He said, "I'm telling you right now, you ain't ready.
Yeah.
Okay? You're not ready yet." He said, "You good, but you're not ready."
Yeah.
He said, and he went just like this. He said, "You really, really should have waited because I'm going to take you in the deep waters."
The tension between Gervonta Davis, known as Tank, and Shakur Stevenson has taken another sharp turn. Tank responded with some pointed comments, suggesting that Stevenson still isn't at the level to step into the ring with him right now. As the argument picked up momentum, unbeaten champion Terence Crawford stepped in to back Stevenson, insisting that people are clearly overlooking his skill and not giving him the credit he deserves.
And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring, he's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what? 3-weight world champion. You know what I mean? Like,
you see, right?
Like how many actual real titles have Shakur? Tank have.
Terence Crawford also urged fans to focus on Shakur Stevenson purely for what he brings inside the ring, rather than judging him based on his personality outside of it. He admitted that people can have different views about Shakur as a person, but made it clear that when it comes to his ability and performances, his level of talent speaks for itself and simply can't be ignored.
He's definitely talented, you know what I mean? And he's definitely got that it. And he's definitely respected in boxing. But Shakur is a different fighter. You know, Shakur is different. You know, people may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they say the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Meanwhile, popular podcast host Joe Rogan had high praise for Gervonta Davis, calling Tank one of the most unique fighters in boxing right now. Rogan pointed out that Davis's patience is one of his most dangerous weapons, explaining that instead of charging in without control, Tank stays composed and waits for the perfect moment to strike.
Gervonta fan. I think that guy's so unusual.
Yeah.
His style's so unusual and his patience.
The Leo Santa Cruz fight was really something for me because Leo Santa Cruz is a technician, Mexican style, and the fight was very close before Tank stopped him. But he has that power that can end it.
He finds these openings, and he sees them, but he doesn't go after them right away. He waits for the right time. He's so patient. Like when you watch the early rounds of his fights, he probably has the lowest punch count in the early round. But he also knows he's got that nuclear option that if he can crack you, most likely he's going to take you out. He's got a mass.
Conversation around a possible clash between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson keeps getting louder as boxing legends and elite fighters continue to weigh in with their predictions. Among those voices, legendary heavyweight Mike Tyson made it clear that if this fight ever happens, he's leaning toward Tank to come out on top.
Not a Shakur and Gervonta.
Gervonta Davis?
Yeah.
I like to go with Tank. You know, everyone's going to go with Tank, you know. It would be a very interesting fight. Shakur takes a good shot, though. He's a specialist. That's why some fights that he doesn't look good in, because he's so superior. He is boring watching sometimes. But he's a specialist. He knows what he's doing. He's hard to beat. To bring out the best in Shakur, you got to pressure him like Tank. Tank will bring out the best of him, and we'll see a great...
Rising contender Virgil Ortiz Jr. also shared his thoughts on the potential matchup, backing Shakur Stevenson by saying his defensive style shouldn't be seen as a flaw, but rather as intelligent boxing built on avoiding damage. At the same time, he didn't overlook Gervonta Davis, acknowledging that Tank's explosive knockout power is always a serious threat in any fight.
That's probably the biggest fight you can make on 35G.
Yeah. Who would you have winning that one?
That's a hard one, man. You know, Shakur, he's very technical. He's very defensive. And you know what? People shit on his defense, man, but why are you going to stand there and get hit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, in reality, no one likes to get hit. Doesn't matter if you can take it or not. The point of boxing is to hit, not get hit, you know?
Yeah.
Gervonta, he's obviously, he's Gervonta. I don't really have to explain why I think he's good. You know, it's just both styles I would like to see.
When asked if Shakur Stevenson could be the toughest challenge he'd face, Gervonta Davis dismissed the idea. Tank admitted that Stevenson is skilled, but said he hasn't seen anything in his performances so far that truly impresses him. He also challenged Shakur's defensive reputation, claiming that instead of slipping punches, he mainly depends on stepping back to avoid shots.
He's one of the guys, obviously, you and Shakur got into it on Twitter. You was like, you wanted him 6 or 7.
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
For sure?
Yeah, he's definitely one of them.
Do you think that's going to be your hardest fight?
Hell no.
Nah?
Wow.
Because he a good boxer, nigga. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
Right,
his power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up. Move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Go look at his fights.
So you
I
feel
probably
like
put him on game.
But you feel like it's easy work, though.
Tank also pushed back on the growing hype around Shakur Stevenson being called the best at lightweight, with Gervonta Davis pointing out that Shakur hadn't even competed at 135 pounds at that point and questioning how his power would translate in the division. While he did give credit to Stevenson's boxing skills, Tank made it clear he believes that ability alone might not be enough at that level.
5 contemporaries have a lot to say these days. Shakur Stevenson, well, of course, he's now 135 after all that stuff, and then Devin Haney.
Right, so why people even talk like he the best at, he didn't even fight at 135 yet.
Right.
He didn't even have power at 126, 30 or none of that.
He is good.
Okay. How can you, all that's just okay. How can you stop people that can actually hit? No matter all that boxing, you going to get hit.
Terrence Crawford strongly pushed back against those criticisms, suggesting that Gervonta Davis was trying to downplay Shakur Stevenson and make his accomplishments seem smaller than they are. Crawford reminded everyone that Shakur has already delivered on the big stage, pointing out that he's won world titles in 3 different weight divisions, which speaks for itself.
He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because Shakur is what?
Terrence Crawford also drew comparisons between the criticism Shakur Stevenson gets and what Floyd Mayweather Jr. once dealt with, explaining that defensive fighters are often misunderstood and judged unfairly. In his view, Gervonta Davis is fully aware that landing clean, effective shots on someone as elusive as Stevenson would be a serious challenge.
People may call him boring. People may say he can't punch. But they said the same thing about Floyd. Because they defensive fighters.
Yeah.
Tank is not going to be able to hit Shakur like he hit everybody else. And he know that. He knows that. That's why he's like, he's boring. He's this, he's that. He's trying to diminish everything that Shakur have done, so it's not marketable. But he can't do that because
Shakur Stevenson himself believes his style would force Gervonta Davis to completely adjust his usual approach. Stevenson says he has mastered the ability to land clean punches while avoiding damage, and because of that, he feels Tank wouldn't be able to rely on his usual pattern of taking early rounds to study opponents before turning up the pressure later.
Skilled boxer, I mastered the art of hitting and not getting hit, and he will be the person that will have to change up his style. He can't go out there and box and lose rounds. He would have to change up his style and just become full blast aggressor to try to have a...
Not everyone is convinced, though. Rolando Romero, a rival of Shakur Stevenson, recently took aim at Stevenson while talking about a potential matchup. Romero criticized Shakur's movement-heavy style and questioned how effective it would really be against a puncher with the kind of power Gervonta Davis carries, suggesting that constant movement alone might not be enough to handle that level of force.
Okay, and Shakur jumped around the ring like a grasshopper with De Los Santos. Do you think that's going to happen again with Gervonta?
Well, he was hurt. He had an injured hand.
Yeah, his coochie hurt. Anyways, do you think he's going to jump around and be on... Bro, he might jump out the ring.
You think so, bro? I'm not...
Bro, if he pushed out with De Los Santos, you think he's not going to push out even more with Gervonta? An explosive puncher with Shakur's frail-ass hands who can't even crack an...
Adding another interesting detail, rising contender Richardson Hitchens recently recalled early sparring sessions between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson. According to Hitchens, Those first exchanges were very competitive, with both fighters pushing each other and testing their level. He claimed that at one stage Tank landed a clean punch that Stevenson took without showing any reaction, and that moment reportedly made Davis realize he wouldn't be able to simply overpower him.
Caught Shakur with a good shot. Boom. He didn't hurt Shakur or nothing, but it was like, you could tell, like, if it was 8-ounce gloves, we don't know how Shakur would have reacted. It was like, because I remember him throwing Shakur, he caught Shakur with like a clean shot. Boom. And Shakur didn't shake up or do nothing, but it was a clean shot. I'm like, you sure you can take another one of that? And Shakur like, what? Like, he took off his shirt and they started bumping like that. Now they're going back and forth.
Hold on, was it sparring? Yeah. Was it competitive, close, all that, Shakur and Tank?
Nah, yeah, it was competitive. Then like the second time, like they sparred, like it was like a chess match. Like now Tank know, like, all right, he's really nice. Like Shakur really nice. Like all that walk down shit, like I got a box. Like I can't just walk him down. Like he can really fight. So it was like Tank like switched his strategy up and like same. Like, now Tank trying to come and walk me down. I'm in there like we fighting. Like it's back and forth competitive. I'm talking.
Boxing insider Hatman Fannin believes a potential fight between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson would showcase two of the most talented young stars in the sport. He noted that both fighters operate in one of boxing's most exciting divisions, and added that such a clash would instantly grab global attention from fans around the world.
Fight could be between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson is obviously two of the best young fighters in the hottest zone of boxing that there is in.
Hatman Fannin also pointed out that Shakur Stevenson has consistently shown a willingness to take on top-level opponents, even those tied to different promotional companies. According to him, Shakur has openly discussed possible matchups with fighters like Isaac Cruz and Gary Antoine Russell, proving he's not avoiding big challenges.
Shakur has shown more than an openness and a willingness to come over and fight, or to at least fight guys that are with the PBC, in guys like Lamont Roach, Pitbull Cruz, Gary Antoine Russell. So he's very open-minded about doing that, right? And saying, no, I would definitely.
As speculation about a showdown with Shakur Stevenson continues to grow, reports suggest that the training camp of Gervonta Davis has reached a new level of intensity. Tank has reportedly been focusing on sharpening the explosive power and timing that have made him one of the most feared knockout artists in boxing, working to ensure those weapons are even more refined going forward. A major focus in Gervonta Davis's camp has reportedly been conditioning and explosive strength training. Davis has been pushing through demanding sessions, including sprint work, heavy strength drills, and high-volume pad work, all aimed at making sure his knockout power stays sharp even in the later rounds of a fight. Gervonta Davis has also continued refining the technical style that makes him so dangerous. Tank often spends the early rounds studying his opponents, throwing fewer punches while closely observing their rhythm, timing, and habits before increasing his output as the fight develops. On the other side, Shakur Stevenson has also been pushing through an intense training camp as the buzz around a potential clash continues to grow louder.
That's exactly what I do. You know that shot you shot right before that, I double teamed you? What the fuck I gotta do with it?
Conditioning and movement have been key parts of Shakur Stevenson's preparation. Stevenson has reportedly been grinding through intense cardio sessions, agility drills, and fast-paced pad work to ensure he maintains the stamina needed to control a fight over 12 strategic rounds. Shakur Stevenson's style is built on precision and strong defensive fundamentals. He is widely known for his ability to land clean punches while limiting the damage he takes in return. His sharp jab, smooth footwork, and strong ring IQ allow him to read opponents effectively, frustrate aggressive fighters, and break them down gradually over the course of a fight.
I said I had a dream that I was that fast and then I was.
Why you wake up? You should have kept dreaming.
Keep dreaming.
Boxing legend Roy Jones Jr. also shared his perspective with a bold prediction about a potential clash between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. Jones believes Shakur's calm approach, defensive brilliance, and ring intelligence could slowly wear Tank down as the fight progresses. Music. However, he also warned that underestimating Davis would be a serious mistake, stressing that a fully focused Tank is still one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport.
Shakur definitely showed that he's going to be on that list very soon. Four division champion already. Still looking to get more. Showed that he has all the tools, all the tactics. Stay cool under pressure. Proved a lot of things. Took a good fighter and took him to school. And that's what great fighters do. So it's like, we got to give him his props. Excellent outcome. Head shots out to Timo too for taking a fight at that risk at that time in his career.
And just when the debate couldn't get any bigger, legendary champion Floyd Mayweather Jr. entered the conversation. Mayweather recently shared his thoughts on the lightweight division and revealed who he believes is currently the most skilled fighter in that weight class. His answer surprised many fans and only added more fuel to the growing hype and anticipation around a potential Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson super fight.
When you think about the fighters who are fighting now, can you give me your 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 when it comes to the lightweight? Who you would put where?
As of right now, the two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis. But the most skillful fighter at 135 will be hands down Shakur Stevenson.
So what do you think would happen if Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson finally stepped into the ring together? Would Tank's explosive power break through Shakur's elite defense, or would Stevenson's precision and skill outbox Davis over 12 rounds? Share your prediction in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next boxing breakdown.